This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to University Stadium, home of the Lobos of the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the New Mexico Lobos offense takes the field for the first time today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I like the aggressiveness by this offense. The defense is probably thinking run, right? They want to get a new set of downs, get a first down. They choose to be aggressive, but they don't protect their quarterback. And now the defense has flipped the script. Now they got a third down situation where they know they're passing and they can get after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Lobos will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He's got it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Nevada Wolfpack offense takes the field, and they'll go to work for the first time. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious. So they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Back to throw, it's Purdy. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Nevada trying to keep the drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Inside the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, they execute the in route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Nevada comes to the line on 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
No monkey business. 1st down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Lobos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blair. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
To the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
And I I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking for space. It's Humphrey. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and it's Nevada holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Lobos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Humphrey. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this. We're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And that short completion now sets up a big 3rd down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical 3rd down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
Bringing the heat. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Purdy. Release to the back. With the catch, it's Turner. Powers through. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the third snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Now from inside the red zone. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Nevada!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quick completion on the out. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Red pass hits complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Johnson. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man downfield. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Lobos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a gap. It's Turner. Got enough for the first. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like you've got a great atmosphere today in Albuquerque. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
The Lobos will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Purdy. Makes the catch. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They're going to run it. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
This Nevada offense really has it going. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Catch in the middle, it's Henry. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Nevada comes to the line on 1st and goal. The give to the big fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Lobos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Lobos look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Humphrey. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends in the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Buckley. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
At the 30. Offense facing 4th down.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's caught. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Wolfpack might think about being aggressive on 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air, it's Purdy. He's got him. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the 1st down.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Nevada, after throwing it in reverse, has a lot of work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Wolfpack with a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Purdy. Fires to the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Blair. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Lobos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Snap from the gun on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, New Mexico!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this two-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. He's looking to pass. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Purdy. Caught near the sticks. It's Turner. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting them out in space as much as possible. Get them matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.